Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Citizen video. Today's video I'm going to show you and explain some of the ships that you probably want to buy if you just join the Star Citizen universe. These ships are for PvE, so any form of bounty hunting or just doing regular ships battle. I'm going to showcase some of the ships that is best to have in the beginning in Star Citizen. So let's get into it. So as a disclaimer, I'm going to showcase today only several ships that are inside they have like a cap of 3 million. So I'm not going to go over all of the ships that are in the game. I'm going to cap it up to 3 million. And the reason why is because new joiners will kind of like struggle to get some money inside the verse. So it's best to kind of like keep it on the down low, the more cheapest ships, and also what are the best ships based on your own playstyle. So the showcasing will be based on what type of ship each individual wants to play with and what style they want to go for it. So let's get started. Alright, first ship on the list is the Bukaneer. So this is one of the best ships when it comes to damage at the lowest of the prices. So this ship is well known in the verse as being the glass cannon, right? So it has good damage. It has let's say above average missiles, but when it comes to weapon damage, this is actually a beast. It can shred through anything. But, and this is the pros, and the cons for it is that how can I put this? The ship's armor is equal to a toilet paper. So this one, after you lose the shields, you're going to lose parts or even be taken out easily, because like I said, it's a glass cannon. It doesn't have too much when it comes to armor or protection. Obviously the mobility of the ship is quite good. It's not as other ships on the list, but it's actually a good ship. Now this one has only a canopy, so you will only enter the pilot seat. You cannot go inside the ship like others ship that will be presented on the list. It's a small ship, and I always say the smaller the ship, the harder it is to hit. So that's good for this point. But when it comes to damage, this is probably one of the most powerful ships when it comes to PvE or even PvP fights. In PvP, it depends on the player's skill and also what ship is they're wielding, because it's highly important to realize that if you're fighting someone that is have like say like a medium freighter, this one can be very good, is because the medium freighter usually turns very slow compared to the Bukaneer, so you'll be able to outtake him. But if you're face to face, you'll be a problem, because you're going to lose the shields and also probably the ship as well in one face to face battle. So try to keep this in mind, or if you want to go this for PvP. But for PvE in itself, you'll be able to finish missions very fast with this. For me, I will not recommend this ship in the beginning, because it's like I said, it's a glass cannon, so it can be destroyed very easily. But if you are willing to start with a ship that has very low armor, and you'll be able to grind your way and learn about how to handle this ship, later on you'll find out that this is a very powerful ship and it's actually worth having it. And this ship comes with a price of 1.6 million AUEC. Alright, next up on the list it's the Origin 3 to 5. This is considered to be an interceptor. Now the reason I put this ship is because it has like a different playstyle compared to the Bukaneer. This one actually has better shields and better armor, yes, compared to the Bukaneer, because that one, it's like I said, a glass cannon. For this one, you're going to have like more armor and more shields. Obviously the weapon are kind of like a little bit will do less damage compared to the Bukaneer. So yeah, it's a perfect trade in my opinion. And also the ship comes with different aspects of it, so it's not just that the ship has only has better armor and shields. This one, it's a little bit different, because inside the ship you will be able to enter and also kind of like make your way through, not a lot, but you will have an option for a bed. So you can see right here, you can actually swipe by into the bed and check the statuses. Also, you can grab somebody from, let's say, somebody that is stranded. You can grab them and put them on the ship, so you'll be able to actually help somebody out, or even go into bed and logged out. Now for another purpose that this ship has is that it has like a locker, so an external storage where you can place some weapons, armor, clothing, and stuff like that, also ammunition. So you can actually use this one if you're going let's say, for example, on the ground fighting some enemies there, and if you want to loot something from them, you can use this external storage that you can grab from the from your backpack and put it in, so you can grab even more. So it has like more purpose than the Bukaneer. Yeah, when it comes to combat capability, this ship, it's actually very let's say very okayish when it comes to movement compared to the Bukaneer. So it's actually a little bit slower moving on strafe left to right, but when it comes to speed, I think that they're probably kind of like the same. So you're going to have a little bit an advantage with this armor. So if you're not willing to play a ship that actually can be destroyed easier, you can get the interceptor, and you can actually get bonuses with the bed and also this external storage. So it will come very good in the near future for you when it comes to actually doing some other stuff besides bounty hunter. Now bounty hunter missions. Now the price for this ship, it's 1.8 million, so it's quite good in my opinion. It's, like I said, a little bit of a trade-off, but all in all, it's a good ship, and it's actually quite nice. The design of the ship is quite nice as well. So yeah, I will say that that's pretty much it for this ship. Next we have the Anvil Arrow. So this is probably the smallest ship in the list. Maybe I would say the similar size to the Drake Bukaneer. Now this one is quite similar to the Bukaneer. It has also very small armor and shield, but compared to the other ships on the list, this is the most agile. So when it comes to combat, either in PvE or PvP, this one moves really fast. So focusing on big ships moving to side, from side to side, you will have a great advantage with this ship, because it's very, like I said, very fast ship, moves very very good on the sides, and also has good cannons. So this is probably one of the main ship that is probably below 2 million, that it's most likely used by the players in the verse, because yeah, of the agility of the ship. So if you want a ship that you can actually move fast and dodge enemy fire, the Anvil Arrow is probably one of the best for this scenario. Now, in addition to this, is that like I said, the ship is quite small, so you'll be able to dodge incoming enemy fire very easily, because one is the size that is small, and also you can actually move faster from left to right. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for the new players that are joining in, because you have to get used to fighting So I'll probably say like this is depending on the player's play style. So if you want something that is faster, you can go with this, or if you don't, if you want to make it safer, you can go for something with more armor. But in my opinion, this actually is one of the fastest smaller ship that we have in the game, and it's actually quite nice. If you get to master this one, you can actually switch to the Drake Bukaneer, and you can kind of like learn both of these ships, because these are kind of like one of the most annoying ships for the enemy players, right? If you're fighting with this ship against enemy players, you can actually take them down very easily due to the fast movement that this ship has. Now this ship comes at a price of 1.9 million, so I would say that it's pretty good for a ship under 2 million to have this so many bonuses, let's say. But yeah, it will take some time until you get to learn about how to use this ship. But in general, after a period of time, you'll be able to grandly not take damage, right? The shields, like I said, is kind of like good. It's kind of like the same with the Bukaneer, but it does a lot of damage. So if you're into the big numbers, you want to get this ship. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Alright, and we just landed on the biggest ship from this list, and this one is called Cutless. So first things first, this is not a fighter. This is a medium multi-role ship, so it has other things besides fighting, and we need to unpack this because it has a lot of let's say things that people may use outside of doing bounty hunting missions. So first things first, the Cutless, it's I'm going to post so you guys can see a video showing the side of the Anvil Arrow comparing to the Cutless, so you will see the difference in size. So this one is quite huge, and you're going to find out when you're going to buy this ship, because it's probably going to say like vast majority of the players enjoy flying with this ship, and I'm going to explain you why. So on the let's say on the fighting part, this one is equipped with a lot of weapons. So this is not just like one seater, it has multiple seats. So you have the pilot, and then you have the co-pilot, and also you have another turret that it's quite above the ship. So it has three slots for weapon, so there are 3 players that can actually shoot with this ship. You can also use this ship only for a single use, so you can actually do a lot of damage by yourself. But if you grab 2 more players on this ship, you're going to find out that this is actually a flying fortress. So the first thing is that this ship, it has the biggest amount of shield and armor compared to the other ships on this list, because obviously it's a medium ship, and all of the ships that are on this list are around lightweight ships. So obviously from the get-go you're going to have a lot of shield and armor for this ship, and also it comes with different variations, like I said, besides doing PvE. So first thing is that you can actually stack cargo inside the ship, and you can also plant vehicles in this ship. So it's a big ship, so you can actually place like a Grey Cat or any small vehicles on the ship. Also it comes equipped with 2 beds, so you can actually add 2 more players, or you can use the bed to log out, right? And when it comes to performance wise, I think that it will do a lot of things. Now in addition to this, you also have an external storage or multiple external storage on this ship, where you can place armor, weapons, and ammunition, clothing and stuff like that inside of it. So if you want to do some PvE on the ground missions, and you want to loot some bodies, but you don't have the stash for it, you can actually use these external locks, these external storages where you can place this armor. So it has probably, like I said, the thing that the Origin had as well. So it kind of like combines a lot of stuff that a lot of ships from this list have. Now the cons for this ship is that it has, being a medium ship, the flight capability or the movement, it's actually slow compared to the others on the list. So that will probably say like this is the cons. But the pros for this ship, it's actually a lot of them. Like I said, cargo hold, you can put vehicles on it, you can you have like 2 more players, so you can actually do fire at multiple targets at the same time, and also destroy them very quick because the cannons on the ship is quite insane. You can also put external storage inside your ship, so it's a very powerful one, and I'll probably say like this is one of the best ship out there. And the reason why is that the price for this ship is 2.1 million. So the price is actually the smallest for the amount of things that this ship can do. In general, if you don't buy this ship, later on you're going to want to buy it because it does a lot of things, and it's quite impressive for the price that it has, because this is the comparisons when it comes to ships. When you're thinking of what is the best ship in this game, is based on what the ship can do and what is the price for it. And I think that, and in my opinion, and probably most of the players inside the verse think that this is the king ship, so this is probably like the best ship that you can find for this small amount of money. So yeah, I'll probably say like if you don't want to buy this now, you can buy it later, so you can enjoy it. But yeah, that's pretty much for the Cutless. Alright, so next up on the list it's the Aegis Avenger Warlock. So this ship, it's a light fighter, and it's actually all around good ship. This ship, it's good on the shields, on the armor, and also on the weapons, so it's all around good ship. Obviously it doesn't do the amount of damage that the Drake Bukaneer does, so in that particular area it's kind of like lower, but in most of the cases, yes, this is all around good ship. And it also comes with a bed, so if you want to log out, or you want to have like another partner, kind of like if you want to have somebody inside the ship with you, they can also use this bed as well. And you can kind of like go in the verse and kind of like pick him up and drop him wherever you like. Now, what's the deal with this ship? Why is this ship on the list? So because it's all around good ship, right? So it's probably will say like it's a little bit more than more expensive than the Drake Bukaneer or the Anvil Arrow. This one, it has a little twist to it. So it comes up with the EMP generator that actually disables or not disables, does damage to the enemy ships. Enemy ships components parts, so you have to be very careful when you're using this ability, because it will actually give you a crime stat if you damage a player, or if you damage a party member, you'll do some damage to their ship. So you have to be very careful when you are when you want to use the EMP. Now, if we're going into the back of the ship, we're going to see here from the ramp on the back of the ship, there is this part here, which looks kind of like amazing. It has this very nice animations to it in the back. So there's, I think that you can actually put some cargo hold here. I don't know for sure, I didn't never tried it, but this is how it looks on the back of the ship. Now the Aegis Avenger comes up with 3 variations. So it has the Warlock, which is this one, the Titan, and also the Stalker. On the Titan here you're going to have an cargo hold where you can actually put some ACUs, some containers, but this one doesn't have, so it has only this this cool animation beside it. So going in for the fighting capability. So this one is not, let's say, as fast as the Anvil Arrow, but it's good when it comes to speed. Does a lot of damage, especially if you're focusing on one enemy, and yeah, it's important to keep an eye out for when you lose the shields. Try to get out of the enemy fire as much as you can, and then go back into the fight. Basically this one has also good missile, so you can quite like use the missiles when it comes to dogfighting, especially if you're far away. Try to use the missiles first and then kind of like go and start doing some damage with your main weapons. But all around, this is a very good ship to own, and yeah, and only comes at the price of 2.2 million. And yeah, I think that's one of the things that you kind of like need to try it out, because this mechanics is actually quite good. It will be hard in the beginning to kind of like grasp the how to use this ability and when to use this ability, but once you give it a try, you'll find that it's quite useful and it's actually fun to use it. So yeah, that's the Aegis Avenger Warlock. Alright, next up on the list, it's the Shulen. This one is considered to be a light transporter and a starter, but it comes down to this list is because it has a different outtake on it. So first things first, this is probably one of my favorite ships in the game when it comes to the design. Yes, it's an alien ship. It has very nice design on the ship and how it looks from the outside. Have a different approach on how the ship is set up and how do you fly it. Mostly how do you land and fly the ship. So I'm going to give like a little bit of a tour for this one. So it opens up on the side of the ship. Also this let's say places over here you can actually put SEU, so cargo. It fits up to 6 containers, 6 SEU for this ship. And now let's head on into the ship. We need to close the door over here, and we need to go up to the canopy. And here it's a different outtake on how you enter the pilot seat compared to the other ships. So this one goes straight to the top, where it's actually the head of the ship. So right now it's landed, and it's let's say on all 3s, not on all 4s, because it has 3, let's say, arms. And the way that you drive the ship is that you need to move it up a little bit, and when you switch from the landing, let's say landing stance, because more like a stance than landing pad. So from the landing stance, if you press the to retrieve the landing gear, it will shift up, and this is how the ship looks like when you're flying. So if you press the landing pad again, it will switch. Yes, it's a little bit weird in the beginning, but this is how the ship actually does. And like I said, the things that are upon the ship is quite nice, in my opinion. Looks very good on the designs. And yeah, it also has a bed, so you can actually grab another player and kind of like see make it through the verse with another player if you want to pick him up or if you want to drop him somewhere. Now, when it comes to combat, this ship has let's say an average shield and armor, so it's not that buff, even though it looks buff. Probably it's a little bit buffer than the Bukaneer, obviously, but the cannons on this ship is quite good. It does a lot of damage. It's well put together, in my opinion, when it comes to movement. So it's around, let's say, between the Bukaneer and the Warlock. goes very fast, and also the missiles are quite good as well. But the straight, I would say, like the point of this ship, why it's good in doing bounty hunting missions, is that the firepower on the ship is quite good, the battery is quite good, and coming with a default setup, so you don't have to upgrade anything. You can actually do it if you want to, but the default setup when you buy this ship, it's actually quite good, so it will do a lot of damage to the enemy ships, and you can actually move fast alongside the enemies, so you can regenerate your shields while your shields are down. So I'll probably say like this is one of the ships that you kind of like need a little bit of experience in driving this ship, but all in all, in my opinion, it's an actually good ship. Like I said, it has 6 SCU cargoes, not that big of a deal, right? There are some ships with 500, 1000 SCUs, so this is not a ship that actually goes into the direction of a transporter or cargo hauling. Is more like a fighter in my opinion, and it's actually quite good. And this ship comes along 2.7 million AUC, so it's quite expensive in my opinion, but the design of the ship, the way that you handle this ship, it's actually quite good. So if you want, you can give it a try, and let me know in the comments below what is your experience with this ship. And now we reach the end of our list, and I'm going to present to you the Gladius Voliant. So this ship is so it has 2 variations, so the Gladius and the Gladius Voliant, which is basically the same ship, only that the Gladius Voliant comes with a different loadout when it comes to weapons. I think that Gladius it's 2.3 million and the Gladius Voliant is 2.9 million. So we got that out of the way, and now let's speak about the Voliant, the Gladius performance. Now this is easily recognized one of the best PvP ships inside the verse. Well known alongside the Hornet and also the Saber. These 3 ships are probably one of the best ships in the verse when it comes to PvP capability. You kind of like understand now that the PvE is kind of like probably the most easiest when flying with this ship. It's actually quite has good performance, good flight capability, good cannons, missiles, or also shields and armor. Obviously, it's not the same. That has the same ship, the shield and armor like the Drake Cutless, but it's yeah, it's one of the best ships out there, and I will totally recommend using this one because yeah, even though it's expensive, it's one of the best ships that you may want to buy later on if you want to do some dogfights against other players, not just bounty hunting. So I will probably recommend this ship easily to everybody that wants to get into PvP. Now when it comes to PvE, it's easy, it's very easy to maneuver. Like I said, good cannons, everything alongside this ship. It's probably very hard to actually reach because of the speed. Like afterburner speed is actually quite good, and you also like I said, you also can shred everything. It's probably not say it's kind of like the closest ship to the Bukaneer when it comes to damage, but the improved part about this ship compared to the Bukaneer is that the shield and armor is actually good, and also like I said, the movement, it's very agile when it comes to moving from side to side or actually doing some loops. So I would say that this is probably one of the ships that you guys will want to buy later on in playing the Star Citizen game. You'll find out that this is probably one of the easiest ship that you can learn and fly with it because of the way that they set up. It's set up for beginning players to actually kind of like understand how you can actually fly a ship on atmosphere and also in space, because it does good in both of them, right? For example, the Warlock has different movement impediment when it's an atmosphere, for example in New Babbage, because there's a lot of snow there, so it's windy, so the Warlock will have a difficulty when trying to do some strafe and also move from side to side, compared to the Gladius. Gladius is actually good all around, so I would say, like, yeah, it's one of the ships that you will want to try out in the verse. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video. Give a like, give a thumbs up if you find it useful. Leave some comments if you have any ideas on other ships that will probably be very useful for beginner players, because we'll try to help out the newcomers as much as possible, so they will enjoy the verse as we do. So yeah, thank you very much, and until next time, have a good one.